This is the Big Bad Listing Daddy and Friends podcast, and I'm also on YouTube. You can see my beautiful face with this sweet mustache whenever you want. I'm with longtime friend and former lover, Brian Gonzalez.
Hello.
I've known you.
Former.
I've known you for, I think, since you've been 19. How old are you now?
I'm 34.
Oh my
gosh.
35, yeah. Like 15 whole years.
Yeah.
We've known each other. We worked together for a long time.
We did a very long time.
You probably hated that.
No, it was fun.
Crazy person.
It doesn't matter. It was fun. I think we had our little battles, and not battles. We argued threw stuff at each other. You threatened to leave and stuff, but we made it.
I do that now. I'm 35. I still threaten to leave. I threaten to leave my house every day. I'm like, if you kids keep arguing, I'm gone. I'm packing my shit up and I'm leaving.
Well, you can't do that to the kids. You can do that with the job. We were young then.
Yeah. When you're 23, you can just do whatever the hell you want. You think it's a good idea, and it's not.
Yeah.
So I was always the better chef. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how great I am at cooking.
I think you were okay, but I don't think you were. Let's not go there. Okay?
You are a soup champion. I'm not a soup champion.
I'm definitely a soup champion and everything else, too.
Remember when we used to have to do those Brown's tailgates and the prep work for those and the amount of people we had to serve, and we would get so blindingly drunk at the end of that.
The very last one was almost 600 people, remember?
It was crazy.
On the little parking lot, and we...
So we used to do this Brown's tailgate as like a big event for the old nursing home that we worked for, and we would prep all week, and we would set up the night before, and then we'd have to roll our asses in at like 4 in the morning and start setting up and prep cooking and all this stuff, and we would feed hundreds of people.
Hundreds of people, and it was... I think we would get so drunk there that we would get undrunk at the end, don't you?
Yeah. You would be fine by the end of it because you had drank for so many hours.
Yeah.
I remember that. I think I couldn't get the fryer oil up the truck and poured it all over the parking lot, and there was just fryer oil everywhere.
You would just throw whatever.
You would just bottles, and after a while you're sick of cooking and taking care of things. I complained so much that I forced Jim to put us on the menu, remember? Because I was so upset.
We just shared that.
I was so upset that he wouldn't put us on there as his co-chefs, and he finally did it because I think he was done listening to me. Just complain to him all the time.
Yeah, it was only fair.
Yeah, we did a lot of the work too.
Yeah.
We were always there.
Yeah.
We did all sorts of events. We always used to put on some good stuff.
The one event that I liked the most, that you and I bonded on the most, was de-beering those.
Oh yeah, we had to so there's mussels.
Yeah.
And if you get them fresh, you can get them de-bearded or not. And there's like these little like fuzzy things. And you get a lot of them. And you and I sat there and de-bearded. I don't know how many of them.
It was hundreds of them.
And I think we complained for 2.5 hours just de-bearding mussels.
Because Jim wouldn't take them back.
No,
we're still serving them.
Yeah, he wanted to serve them. We had to unbag those things and peel all those little beards out. That was terrible. That was awful. Yeah. We've done a lot of stuff. I complained earlier because it's just a Pasadena thing at this point. Because my dad always bothers you about buffalo chicken egg rolls. And what does he text you about all the time? What food does he want from you?
Torpedoes. All the time.
Torpedoes.
That's all I get every day. Every day. Torpedoes. Hey, when are you getting me this? I got him some like 2 weeks ago. 3 days later, he's texting me about the next batch.
Well, he just wants to get it in your mind that you're gonna keep making them for him.
Yeah.
I always text you though. I want your empanadas. And you never.
And that's easy to make.
That's easier. That's easier than the buffalo. I know they are.
Yeah.
But they taste way better.
Yeah.
Buffalo. I mean, I can go get chicken wings down the road.
Yeah, but they're not as good as these.
Give me the empanadas. The empanadas and the...
Well, you and the family is supposed to come over.
And the rice. I know, we should. We got to get all the kids together and we can watch Baby Brian and Baby Mikey, punch each other, and then they can pick on the twins.
Yeah, because you need to come over and check the house
I sold you.
Me. Yeah.
I did. You guys did. You guys did use me as your real estate agent. That was quite fun.
Yeah.
I found you a great home.
You did.
At a great price. Because I am the Big Bad Listing Daddy.
Yep. Wonderful price, and it was right before all of this craziness.
Oh, right.
And it was...
right before all this crazy housing market. Mm-hmm. We could probably list your house for like $35,000 more than what you paid for.
I'm sure I can, but I don't want to move. We're good. Because he did say he's not going to help me move anymore.
No, that was it. You got it one time. I came out of retirement to help you move. And I'll never do that again.
Yeah, never.
There's one thing I hate. It's probably the thing I hate most on this earth is moving.
Well, you helped me for a little bit, and that was nice.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, the rest of it's yours. It's like that scene from Ace Ventura, the first one where he's the package man and he's just kicking the package on the road. That's what I was doing at your ship when we were putting it in the truck.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Just drop kicking it in there.
Sounds broken.
When can we start talking about how John Bonham's the greatest drummer that's ever lived?
John Bonham is not the greatest drummer in the... Let me
roll these sleeves up. You are a drummer.
I am.
And you weren't really into rock and roll when we first met, right? I think I got you into it, didn't I?
Yeah, between you and Jim.
Yeah, I made you guys. I couldn't listen to 96.5 and 107.9 all day long, so I made you people switch it to the rock music.
You did, and that, and between you and Jim listening to stuff in the kitchen, I started listening to more and more, and I got into drumming and kind of taught myself. And
we used to argue about Metallica all the time because I hate Metallica.
Yes.
I still hate Metallica.
I used to like them because see what happened is I started liking Metallica.
That's the entry to rock music.
Exactly. So you listen to them because they're like mainstream. Then you start listening to all these other bands that are way better.
Yes.
And Lars is not a good drummer. He's horrible, first of all, and he makes the band bad. But you start listening to other stuff, and now I agree with you on how horrible they are. There's so many other bands that are.
They made, I guess, like their first two albums weren't bad. Like if you go back and listen to it, that's pretty good. That's pretty good rock music. Yeah. But then they sold out, man. When they cut their hair, they cut their hair and they sold out.
Even the Black Album is not terrible, but it's still there's other bands that are better, and that's where I always say there's a lot more. But
so who's your favorite drummer of all time? Right? Is it Keith Moon?
Keith Moon is one of my top favorites, but the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold is my number one. So
yeah, I mean Avenged Sevenfold makes pretty good rock music for what it was. I mean, there's not a lot of great like today rock bands because like today rock bands are. I think the rock music is much different now. It's either like dudes screaming into a microphone or like the Black Keys. And you're like, there's no like in between anymore.
And the Avenged Sevenfold is I don't listen to them now. I just the drummer died, but I listen to their earlier albums type stuff, and they.
Do you still play the drums? Do you still rock a little bit?
I do. They're still. We moved in about a year ago, and my drums are still not set up. But you have kids, and you have kids. You have a life. You have. Work, being at work has been crazy now.
Yeah, I was gonna. So you're. Tell me a little bit about what you do, where you work.
I'm a food service director. I work in a nursing home in Vermilion. Mm-hmm. I run the kitchen, so just work day to day. Now I just work. I
can't believe you had today off.
I do. I have today and tomorrow. From all the extra stuff that I've been working, stuff happens and you have to cover, and that's what happens when you're a manager.
Yeah, that was always the worst part when we were the sous chefs. Because you were the morning manager and I was the night manager.
The night, yeah.
And you just. You would get at least one call off on your shift a week, if not more. On the weekends were a real show.
Oh my God!
You would get like 3 of them.
And now it's not as bad. My weekends I worked a couple weekends ago, but it was because of people taking vacation and stuff like that. But it's a lot. It's a little bit better than what it was back then with call-offs about it.
It's still bad. Working in the kitchen is that's just the life.
Yeah, they say
you get so much turnover working in the kitchen. I'm not shocked that you still do it because you were really great at it, but it is like it's a frustrating job. A great time.
They said be a certified dietary manager. They said right. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. They said
it'll be fun.
I mean, we watched what Jim had to go through all the time, and it's I think working in retirement communities was always great because you get to take care of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And you also get to have relationships with your staff. I think that are different than a lot of other jobs because you are especially in the kitchen, you work closely with people all day long. But usually, and this, like the dietary staff of a nursing home was like the last rung.
Yeah.
It always felt like we were like the most ignored human being.
Yeah. And that's what but you as a manager have to show shine your staff and show everybody that they're not, and that we're a really important part of the thing. And I believe I do a great job, especially with the company that I work for.
Yeah. How long have you been with them now?
It's going to be 3 years next month.
I remember was it last year? Yeah, sometime last year I took a selfie with your activity director.
Yeah.
And sent it to you.
Yeah.
Because I saw your guys' name up there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, it was. It's great. Love it there.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a little bit different. We shine our staff there.
Yeah.
They show the. I know we're used to sometimes the dietary staff is the last one, but here we're
a little different.
Good. And we shine on them, and they appreciate what we do.
Yeah. What's your soup that always wins the competitions is usually the chicken paprikash.
Chicken paprikash.
Is that your a Puerto Rican man shouldn't be making chicken paprikash. That doesn't.
Oh, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there.
That doesn't sit right with me. No, I'm just kidding. You made something else that used to be really good though too. You used to win with a different one.
You just name whatever, and that's what it is.
Ah, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Your famous clam chowder.
Oh,
Brian Gonzalez' famous clam chowder.
Corn chowder.
Yeah, your corn chowder was good.
Gumbo.
Yeah, your gumbo was
beer
bad.
cheese soup I just made the other day at work, and everybody loved that.
Yeah.
So it's
How many people do you feed? How many residents?
Right now we feed in the 80s somewhere, so it fluctuates a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, but it could go all the way up to 120. But right now we're a little bit low. But
you later on in your life you got really crafty all of a sudden. I don't know where that started or how that began, but you always make these cool little intricate things.
Yeah.
And I don't have the time or patience to do any of that. Yeah. So I wonder how you do it.
Well, my wife has always done craft, and I've always kind of sort of liked it, and seeing her make it, it's just relaxing. Mm-hmm. And just, at nighttime instead of being on your phone or sharing memes like I do all the time. But
spicy memes. You're always on Facebook sharing spicy memes.
But instead of doing that stuff, we just do crafts together, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's she got me into it, and now we're making stuff. So
yeah, I can't. I don't think I would. That's not a thing for me.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I was never a crafty man.
Yeah, we'll just make you that mustache one. So.
Well, yeah, you got to make me that. You got to make me some sort of mustache paraphernalia so that I can walk around with me and make myself look cool. How dumb do I look with this mustache?
You look great. You look great. You know what you look like is when you go to the store and buy those glasses with the nose.
Yeah, that's what I look. Oh, I do. Well, I wanted to add the glasses this year. I need them because I can't see far away, mm-hmm. but I wanted to add the glasses so that it made me look smarter when people talk to me. I think it's backfiring.
It might be.
Because I have the mustache. I think it's... I met a lady for the first time a couple days ago, mm-hmm. and I got out of my car without my mask on because I usually like to wave hi to people first, mm-hmm. and then put my... So you see what I look like.
Yeah.
You should have seen I wish I could have taken a picture of the lady's face when she saw this mustache. I think she was shocked.
Well, I'm used to seeing you in the beard picture.
I know that's all my stuff is the beard.
Picture.
Well, yeah, I bought that Corvette last year, and I'm gonna update my headshot with me on top of my Corvette with a Don Johnson suit from Miami Vice, and just this mustache. It's gonna be terrible.
See, the thing is, I've known you for a long time, so this is normal. I wouldn't put it past you. I just wouldn't these shirts and stuff like that. That
bird shirt season, baby.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that you do that stuff. So
you gotta stand out. You gotta do things a little differently. You were a groomsman in my wedding. I was a groomsman in your wedding. We've known each other for forever.
For a long time.
Yeah. How's father life been?
It's been great.
How's being a dad?
It's been great. How
old are your kids now?
I got a 21-year-old, which she just got married and moved to California.
Yeah, I married them.
And you did? And that was fun.
Reverend Davey.
When are we going to start that, by the way?
I actually have another wedding in May that I'm doing this year, and then I have another one in September that I'm doing this year.
Oh, okay.
So I've got two. I got two weddings, and I haven't even promoted myself as.
Yeah, look at that. Wedding. Yeah, but my other two kids I got a 5-year-old, and then I have a 2-year-old.
Okay, and Brian Jr. will go to kindergarten.
Brian the second.
Oh, sorry, Brian the second. Yeah. I apologize.
Yeah, he's not a junior.
He's not a junior. Brian the second. He's going to go to kindergarten next year, right?
Yep.
Oh, that'll be cool. Is he excited?
He's very excited.
Or is he,
But he's excited about school. Anytime he misses school for some reason, he's in preschool now. He doesn't like it, so he likes his school.
Good. I always like to ask these questions to people. If you were flush with cash and didn't have to be a chef, what other job would you take? Like if you were just like, tomorrow I can pick any job in the world that I want, what would you want to be? I threw you for a loop, didn't I?
Yeah,
like a drummer for Avenged Sevenfold. Like, what do you want to do?
I don't know. No, I would
work for Gordon Ramsay.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I wouldn't even know because this is all I've known.
I know, right? This
is all I've known, and I wouldn't even know like what else I would do.
You've been doing this forever.
Yeah. I mean, being a touring drummer wouldn't be bad.
I know, right? That'd be pretty sweet,
but the rock or just the rock scene is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about that.
Okay. When I say the words Eric Weddle, what does that do to you? Does it send you back to a time that you're like?
Yeah. So as soon as you say Eric Weddle, the first thing that comes to my mind is 100. Because that's how much I lost by playing you. The one day, you should come over and play.
Yeah, we should play band together.
Yeah, we should. And that was the worst idea ever.
At my height of Madden, I was really, really good at it.
Yeah.
And I like to be the Well, he went to the Ravens. I don't know if I was the Chargers or the Ravens in this game. I can't remember which one
it was. The Chargers. I remember. Yeah.
Oh, you should remember.
Yeah.
And I think I picked you off like 10 times with that guy.
It was more than that, I'm sure.
Eric Weddle is just...
He's a beast.
When he retired, I was so sad.
Yeah.
He played for the Ravens for those couple years and used to terrorize the Browns.
Yeah. I wish we would have picked him up for a little bit.
I know.
But not now.
He had a sweet beard, too. He had one of those sweet, long beards. That was great. I think I came over to your mom's house one time and she made me rice.
Raisin beans, yeah.
How is your mom doing? She was always a nice lady.
She's doing good. A little bit of health issues right now, but she's doing okay.
That's what happens when you get old.
Yeah.
Stuff starts falling apart on you. Everything just breaks down.
Yeah.
So, you guys going on vacation or anything this summer? Are you taking the kids anywhere?
I don't know. We were thinking about maybe doing something. Mm-hmm. But, with this COVID stuff, I think we're a little bit reserved right now. But we're going to take it. We're at least going to go to the zoo and stuff. And do something that, since we were cooped up all for a whole year.
I know, right?
So, but we just have to be careful on what we do because my youngest son is at high risk.
Yeah.
If he does contract it, he's at higher risk for that.
For complications and stuff like that. Yeah, that's always the worrisome thing. It's not I mean, I got it in December, so it wasn't it wasn't a treat, but you're always worrying about the people that have not as great health.
Yeah.
And I just pour liquor into my body daily, so for me...
So you forget.
Yeah, well, for me, everything is just... It's all bad anyway, so I can't get any worse. That's what I keep saying to myself. It can't get any worse.
Yeah.
If you knew tonight was your last night on Earth, what would your final meal be? I like to ask these weird questions.
Final meal, pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
What about dessert? What would you eat for dessert?
Mama Joe's pie, probably.
Yeah. Which one's your favorite at Mama Joe's?
My favorite is the coconut cream pie and the peanut butter one.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
What kind of pizza from where though? That's an important
pizza
discussion.
From where I've been looking for a long time for a pizza from like a New York style pizza, an actual New York style pizza. But I live in Lorain County. I don't think there's any. You have to venture out to this way, but. So somewhere close to that, believe it or not, Costco is the closest one that I've gotten.
Costco?
So I would say Costco.
Costco pizza.
Costco pizza is the closest to like a New York style type. Like,
really?
And it's you wouldn't think so, but
no,
like to me, it's delicious. And I like it. It's not even like from a little pizzeria or nothing. It's from a big box store, and it's great.
Yeah.
So
when how come you haven't shaved that whole head off? You got some hair up there.
It is. I can't go.
That's the one thing I'm worried about. Like
it's thinning out a little bit.
I know, and I'm like freaking out about it.
It used to be nice and thick, but if you look at your dad,
it's coming. It's coming.
You should just do it now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm gonna make it real weird and like have like 6 hairs on top and just fold them over like an old weird guy and just really creep people out. That was the whole point of me shaving my beard off because I got a race to lose weight because I can't be fat and bald.
Yeah.
Because then you can't be double. Like you can't have all those things happening.
Before you shave your hair off, you need to do what is that quarterback from Jacksonville? You should do the shots like that.
Some Gardner Minshew shots. I sent it to my wife, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think if I did my hair like this?" And I think she was in the midst of packing her stuff up. I think she was leaving the house.
But does it matter though? I think you will still do it.
Yeah, I would still do it. Like, you'll just come back after. You'll come back when I'm done. Like when I get rid of all this, you can come back. That's what I would tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to an Indians game yesterday and I went to the stadium for the first time in like what seemed like 2 years.
Yeah.
At this point.
Oh yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah.
It was like weird being outside and doing something regular.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know.
And the Browns are going to be good. Are you getting season tickets this year?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just with kids, it's so tough. It's so
especially for.
It's so much nicer just to sit at home on a Sunday and eat Costco pizza. Slam a bunch of
Have you never had it?
Never had Costco pizza.
Oh man.
Never had it.
You should try it.
I'm gonna get it. It's just so much better to watch the game at home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun going to the stadium and watching it, but there's nothing beats sitting on your couch.
Mm-hmm. No, I like that.
Fantasy football
I like
scores.
the same thing. I like the same thing. I like to watch it from home, but I also like to go to a game at least once or twice in a year or whatever, and just having fun and doing the tailgates that you don't have to work.
Yeah, that you don't have to make 9,000 buffalo chicken torpedoes for, and all the other crazy stuff that we made. There's the only one thing I miss about cooking is the camaraderie. It's weird as you get older, you like lose. I felt like we were always close, like me and you and Andy and Smithers and
Smithers.
Fred. Yeah, I'm name dropping McGee.
Oh, McGee. He's not even cooking anymore.
What's he doing now?
He's packaging something now.
I knew he was with Jim for a while.
He was, and then he left. But yeah, no, it was that time in the year, even after your era when you left, and there was the other ones like Jesse and Scott.
Yeah,
I don't know if you were there with them.
I was there a little bit with them, and then I left kind of right when.
I think it was great, like that crew that we had, and it's crazy how we're not as close, but we still keep in contact.
Yeah, we're still in each other's spheres. Kind of. Like we still text each other randomly if something reminds us of each other. Or we share stupid things.
And I think out of all of them, I think I talked to you the most, but I think you and I were at the same level then, and I think we're still.
Well, we were close in age. I remember when I showed up for work the first time I met you, I was like, man, this guy's gonna be like 25. You're like, I'm 19. I'm like, oh my god. But you look the same now as you did 15. It's like you didn't age.
Yeah, I did. I found one white hair.
So did you? Oh, it's time. It's up for you, brother. Mine's bad. Yeah. Mine's real gray.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
It's real, and I'm trying to let the hair. I'm letting the hair grow in a little. I think I'm gonna let it get long.
It's not going to. You're just gonna go bald.
It will. No, I'm gonna let it go. Let it go. The Undertaker was long. He had his long hair started right here, and he had it all the way back. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start half through the head. Just let that baby rock.
Oh, the Undertaker.
It'll look great.
Love the Undertaker.
I'll just paint it all in. What if you were stranded on an island, and you can only have one book, one TV show, and one movie to watch for one entire year, what would you pick?
One book. I don't like books, so
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it.
I don't care about that. A TV show?
Yeah. Like if you can only watch one TV show on the island, that's it. That's all you got.
Wow, one TV show. Well, let's go back to. Come back. But what is the other one?
One movie.
And one movie, probably.
We can say Hard to Kill. Come on, say Hard to Kill. Say it. Say Above the Law.
Hard to Kill is one of my tops. Okay?
One of my favorite gifts I ever got from somebody was that Steven Seagal shirt you bought me.
Oh yeah.
That said, "I'll take you to the bank, Senator Trent, to the blood bank."
Oh, that's the best. That's the best quote ever. Isn't that the best quote? And I think that's what we bonded on the most.
Because we liked cheesy stuff.
Yeah, and we liked Steven Seagal. I've never found anybody else that liked Steven Seagal,
No.
but it could be Hard to Kill or a Jim Carrey movie. Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura
or
was good. I liked Ace Ventura.
Anything like that, or.
Liar is pretty underrated. I always liked that.
I liked it. It's not as big as the other one, but yeah, Hard to Kill. Let's say Hard to Kill.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll
take you to the bank, Senator Trent. Like he's just, squinting. I love that he is like in a coma, and the only piece of his facial hair that grows is just the goatee. It's like they've slowly been shaving his sides, but they just let the goatee go all the way down to the middle of his stomach.
And how does he get out of the hospital? Just waking out of the coma by himself in a bed.
Yep, and they're getting him out.
That's it.
They finally found him after 9 whole years of him sitting in that bed. They finally figured out where he was. That movie, all of his movies are wild. Like those late '80s to like mid '90s action movies are so unbelievable.
Breaking joints.
I was just talking to somebody about Hard. You ever see the movie Hard Target?
I have not seen that one.
Okay, so there's a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie called Hard Target, and he's got like this sweet mullet. You gotta watch it. He's got a sweet mullet. He's like, he like pretends to be like Louisianan, like backwoods kind of guy. It's amazing. Jean-Claude Van Damme movies are good too, but they're not as good as Steven Seagal.
They're not. I mean, how can you run like Steven Seagal?
Yeah, and have that little he had a sweet ponytail and all his hair was thinning. Why can't I do that? I look sweet.
No, you can't. That was the '80s. Now it's 2020.
I'm bringing it back with this mustache and these shirts. That's what I'm doing. I'm dragging.
You're gonna start a new trend.
I'm bringing it back.
Yeah.
So what do you even? I don't even think you ever really watched TV. Like I don't even remember you like liking TV.
No, I didn't.
You were always like into music and
just doing music and just playing music.
All right, so let me change it. What CD would you want on the island with you? I shouldn't even have said CD. I just dated myself, didn't I?
You did.
What MP3 album would you like to have on the island with you?
MP3 island. Just probably Hair Nation. A mixture. Does it have to be specific, or just? I would say just a mixture of hair band. Hair band music, just all day. Playing, I just got a Sirius radio that came with a new car.
Oh, I saw that new car you got. I saw you driving that around.
Hair Nation is the best freaking thing that that's all I'm listening to right now. So, thanks, Jim.
What did you get? What kind of car did you get? Ford Explorer?
For Edge.
Edge. You like it? Is it nice?
I love it. It's a bit better than the Jeep that I had. So.
I was gonna say you didn't like that Jeep.
I fucking hated it.
How's your dog doing?
She's okay, a little hyper still, but yeah, she's all right.
Yeah.
She's all right. She's still hyper as hell, but she's getting used to, she moved 3 times this past year, so I think she's starting to get used to stuff. So, we moved from the house in Santina to an apartment, then back to another house.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the apartment for a while. That was a real treat. That was a super treat. We, what's your... You're a chef, so I like to ask this question. What's your favorite food to prepare?
I think soups are just my all-time favorite, and just any kind of chicken dish.
Any kind of chicken dish? Yeah.
Just like anything, chicken marsala, whether it's chicken piccata, anything like that, and soup. Soup is my number one, but making like a chicken and gravy type
thing is your favorite. Remember those giant pumpkin rolls we used to have to make?
I still make
giant
them.
Sheet pans.
Yeah, I still make them.
That was always fun. I for a long time Jim wouldn't let us do anything.
No,
he wanted to do the pumpkin rolls and he wanted to do the salsa. And we finally just had to wear him down enough that he would let us start doing things.
Speaking of salsa, fresh salsa, remember us picking off that?
Yeah, we used to the cilantro. We couldn't have any stems in it. So we have to. Oh, that was the worst. And you'd make a giant 5-gallon bucket of salsa.
Yeah, you're pulling like 3 pounds of freaking cilantro just picking off, and then you'll see him when he did it himself.
Yeah. He didn't care. But when we were doing it, he was like, I'll show these assholes something. They're always laughing out in the kitchen. I'll make them do something.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah,
it was that like I said earlier, the camaraderie thing is the thing I miss the most. You're a man on an island when you have a family and kids and. Your parents get older, everything starts to change when you're 22 and you're just listening to rock music as loud as you want in your kitchen. Making fun of everybody.
Exactly.
Hiding things from people.
What it is, I do miss that. I miss working with all you guys, you, Ed, all of them, but people grow out of stuff, and you do.
Can we talk about your hatred for Baker Mayfield? I know you're always on. You're always on the Facebooks, man.
You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I am.
These people are gonna hate me.
Yeah, they are. That's why I wanted to say it. That's why I'm throwing you under the bus, buddy. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, now I'm gonna get a bunch of hate mail.
Yeah, you always find him on Facebook, Brian Gonzalez. Yeah. You can just reach out to him and just hammer him about hating Baker Mayfield. Every time I don't even engage you in an argument because I'll just scroll through and I'll see you say something to somebody about Baker. I'm not even getting in that.
Yeah, you can. You just can. It's not.
Is he not tall enough for you? Do you not like his height?
His height is just fine, but it's just. I think he's just he's inconsistent right now, and I understand why. I think he needs time. He could grow on me, I'm sure, but there's just so much.
Now you're backing yourself.
There's so many other better quarterbacks that I like, and it's just, to me, Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than him.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow's going to die because Cincinnati can't get him an offensive line.
They can't.
So it's tough to watch a guy because you're like, yeah, he's really talented, but it doesn't matter because that team is such hot garbage.
It does, yeah.
They didn't sign any offensive linemen this offseason. They just neglected the option to pick up on their center, like today.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like the dumbest franchise.
Well, we thought we were until...
The Bengals are taking the mantle, man.
But, I mean, he's Baker Mayfield. I wouldn't say he's carrying us or nothing like that, but I think he's just not...
It'll be interesting to see what he does this year. Because the Browns are going to be the favorite. I think they're going to be the favorite of the Ravens and the Steelers.
We'll see. And I still root for the Browns. I'm not saying...
that's just nice.
My favorite player still in the Browns is Myles Garrett, so it doesn't matter. That's not going to change. But
the big Jadeveon Clowney guy?
He's all right. We'll see.
He'll play good. He's a good run stopper. Mm-hmm. It should be fun. It's weird going into a season with expectations with our football team because we've watched 20 years of bad football.
We have, and I can't get excited yet because remember that hype that we had when
2 years ago.
Kitchens was, and everybody, we're growing and all this, and now everybody's all like,
people don't even want to get pumped for it. It's great to have a pick in the draft and they don't have to reach for anybody. They don't have to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the best roster they've ever had.
Yeah, and the best looking coach too.
Oh, Kevin Stefanski is a 10. What a 10. I'm going to talk about aging with grace.
Yeah.
He's got a nice head of hair too. I should give him a call.
Maybe, yeah. I know him, right?
We coached together for a long time. We used to have a guy that we worked with for a long time that came up with the craziest stories. And I don't even know if I can repeat some of them on here. They were just... I don't think I've ever ran into a bigger serial liar in my entire life. But man, it was funny.
Well, the Luger one was the best. That's the best one. That's the best one. I don't know if we can even say it on
that
there.
Luger story is terrible. So the story goes, please jump in whenever you're correct with it. But according to him, was it his grandfather's or his great-grandfather's? Was it his
grandfather?
His grandfather's. So when his mom and dad met, the grandfathers had some sort of family gathering. And both of his grandfathers served in World War II, but apparently one served on the German side and one served on the American side. And according to him, when they were doing some sort of tour of the guy's house, he was like, look at this Luger that I took from this soldier in World War II.
Yeah.
And the other guy got really upset because apparently it was his Luger.
It was his guy.
What are the actual chances of that even being possible?
I don't know, but he seemed to happen. Stuff like that happened to his family all the time.
Zero. There's a 0% chance of that happening. That would be the craziest.
Especially on each side. Like you got one on the American side, one on the German, and they meet. Come on now.
So we would just always take it to 15 in the kitchen and be like,
Yeah, we could.
You guys ever heard of Neil Armstrong before? The first man on the moon? Well, I beat him there first, but no one ever wants to talk about it. Stuff like that.
Everything, even with that one Tommy Tone song with the 8675309, his friend had that number.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that one.
That was one of the stories.
There's so many things that I've just... it's been tamped down
White
in my
tomatoes.
mind. I forgot about white tomatoes. Yeah. You want to talk about a batch of soup, though?
Yeah.
That batch of soup that he would make would never be good.
The batch of soup?
Yeah, it was always unseasoned.
Oh, yeah.
It was just
he was
vegetables. What are you doing?
That's
you taste anything?
Yeah, no.
I taste anything before you serve it?
I don't know. I don't think you did.
If you wouldn't eat it, you shouldn't serve it. I think that's the rule, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the rule.
I think so. And another story, too, to throw in there. I know it has nothing to do with that person, but this other person they made. Well, you know that one person, you might know who I'm talking about, that made the mashed potatoes with the peas and carrots inside of it.
Oh, yes.
Because it said it on the menu.
It said, but he didn't realize that it was just the vegetable portion of the menu, so he put it. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was good. I remember one time, the one guy that I used, when I first started there were two other cooks. And the one was there for about 3 days while I started, and then he went to jail and never came back.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, I loved him. He was a great guy. I think he worked at Red Lobster for a while.
Yeah.
Did a bunch of stuff.
You want me to say the name?
Yeah, his name's Justin, right? Yeah. And he.
I still talk to him, by the way. Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing great.
I haven't talked to him forever.
He's a kitchen manager at a nursing home.
He made beef stroganoff one time with ground beef.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do. I remember because it was on the weekend. I was off. Though,
yeah, and I think, and I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Ground beef stroganoff.
Yeah.
But I was like, if you've never made it, you don't know.
Yeah.
So I had to make varying soups out of this ground beef stroganoff like the next month because we had to use it.
Yeah.
So we froze some of it, and we would make soups out of it, and it ended up
like when you see stuff like that, and then you think like, oh my God, what is Jim gonna think?
Yeah,
Jim's gonna freaking kill us.
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, oh, he's gonna scream at me. That was like the first. That was like the only thing I didn't want. I just didn't want to hear him yell at me.
When we first started doing, Jim was.
He was high strung.
I learned a lot from him though. I've learned a lot from him, but man, what is Jim gonna think?
I haven't had a boss in 3 years, other than my wife and children, of course.
Yeah, that's always gonna be.
They're always in charge of you. But he was always my favorite because if you worked really hard and came to work on time and did what you were supposed to do, he didn't give a shit.
No.
It was amazing, and he would give you enough rope to hang yourself if you wanted to hang yourself, and he would give you enough rope to succeed.
Yeah.
And that's what I always liked about having him as a boss and a supervisor because you made your own bed.
You did.
That was the best part about it.
I mean, even with him, you learn so much from him, and if you let him teach you, you learn a crap ton. You know, not everything.
I mean, the guy's been running kitchens for 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, how could you not?
He just turned 50.
I know. I saw that. I texted him.
He taught us a lot. Like a lot of the stuff that I know today is a lot of stuff that he taught me.
Yeah.
And you know, we were cooks. You and I were cooks, and he was showing us his job.
Yeah.
And I felt like he's just kind of pushing his job off on us. But because of that, we learned a lot.
We learned a lot. Yeah. And it was his idea because he knew that you and I just didn't want to cook food. Like he knew that there was more that you and I both wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I think he just gave us more and more stuff to do because he knew that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to just be dudes making soup all day long.
Yeah.
Like we wanted to do other things.
Yeah, no, it was great, but
because I would always complain about having to wash dishes, and I'd be like, if you guys are going to pay me this salary to wash dishes, I guess I'll just wash dishes.
I was just saying that to him the other day. I was like,
you are stupid enough to pay me this amount of money to wash dishes, I guess I'll do it.
So, it was a lot, and I hope Jim listens to this because he's gonna probably lose his shit.
Yeah, he'll be laughing at us. He was like my work husband. I was with that man all the time because I worked at the boat club with him too.
Yeah.
So I was with him every Friday. I was with that guy.
I did that. That with him too. The boat club stuff. We did it, and back to the beginning though, when you first came over. Do you remember when you first came over from the other nursing home?
No.
And you called Jim up. And you were like, I think I kind of lost my job. Do you have it?
I did. I called him. I was like, hey. So I just walked out on the other place. This is a theme with me. This is a real big theme of me just like not taking anyone's shit. I still remember why I left the other place. Oh, my mom and dad were so mad at me because I was like paying my own insurance and car payment and phone bill and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I asked for a raise and didn't get one, and then found out a server got a raise, and you know how I am.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm a child.
Yeah.
So when I figured out about that, I lost my mind. I was like, you lied to me. And we were fine, and then like my supervisor got real pissed again. And I was just like, you know what? I don't need this shit. And he was just yelling at me, and I went over to the time clock and punched out in the middle of my shift, and I was like, I'm fucking leaving. And I walked right out of the
Jim had a job for you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, damn it, I don't have a job. So I called Jay. I was like, dude, just give me like 10 hours a week. That's all I need. He's like, oh, that's fine. And then like 5 days into me being there, that one dude went to jail.
And then
and then I was just like, Jim was like, hey, can you do 40 hours a week? I was like, I guess I can.
Yeah.
I guess I could do that.
Yeah, you were working like almost every weekend and stuff because you were going to school and stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, at the time I was in college, so I would work. I tried to work a lot of weekend shifts because I didn't want to work stuff obviously during the week.
Yeah.
So I worked full time throughout college. I mean, I worked 30 to 40 hour weeks.
Yeah.
Where did I don't even know where we ended up last.
Yeah,
I was just talking about working
college. Yeah, going to college.
I'm gonna make my last student loan payment.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
May's my last one.
That's awesome.
And then I'm retired from them until my kids go to college, and then I got to start paying for all theirs.
You're going to pay for them?
No, God, no. I'm going to do what my dad told me when I was like 12. He's like, if you want to go to school, you better get your own scholarship.
Your dad wouldn't say something like that.
Right? Never.
He would
that
never.
Man,
he would never bother you about anything either.
Never. I can't believe how much he bothers you. I can only imagine the text
all the time. From this man. The text message, I've shown you some of the stuff we did. I was like, who gave this man a freaking smartphone? Somebody screwed up.
They should have never gave him an iPhone. It's always weird gifts and his bald-headed sticker face with the stupid beard, and
he'll send me stuff. So like, if I don't respond right away to him, he'll start sending me these weird picture gifs all the time. Oh, well, finally, this is where I have to send you that. It's like,
well, I have a wife and another job, so I can get back to you when I can get back to you. Yeah, he's a crazy person.
But I still love him though. Love him to death. I didn't talk to him for a long time until we were moving. I lost his number and stuff, but I still like talking to him. He's
crazy.
Even with him being 70 years old, he's still my friend.
He's old. He's old. He's an old man. I don't even know how old he'll be this year. He was born in 1964.
So 55 or 56?
Yeah,
56.
Yeah, he's getting close to his Buckeye card, I think.
57.
He might be able to get it. I'm surprised he doesn't have like 10 of them. He gets all the discounts. Just walking around with that.
And you know he'll use it.
Whatever he can get for free, get a Buckeye card.
Whatever he can get for free, man, he'll get.
I'm sure he's waiting for that AARP magazine to come to the mail so he can get whatever free stuff's coming to him.
Oh man. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep you all day because I know you got wife and kids and all that stuff, but I really appreciate you coming on and.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I think this is great. It's awesome what you're doing in here.
We've been friends forever, so it's been
for a long time.
It's nice to bother you. Yeah. I tried to get Prick to come on here, and he won't because he's a trash bag.
Why isn't he coming?
You know how he is.
But he was making fun of me because I didn't
show up to the boat club. Yeah. We got whatever he asks for something, we got to go and do it.
Oh, okay.
That's how he is.
Oh, all right.
So demanding.
Yeah, just.
So demanding. Well, I love you, and thanks for coming on. And
love you too, bro.
I'm so glad that you used me as your real estate agent when you went to buy, and I got you a great deal on a wonderful house.
Wonderful.
And you should send me an edible arrangement every year, on your house anniversary because I did such a great job.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because do you know how expensive that is?
You give me a small one. You give me you don't have to give me the big one.
Like $90.
Our friendship's got a number. I didn't know that.
I don't make enough on Doge for that, okay?
My Doge coin's a little down today. It's a little down. We'll, I better get some empanadas, though, soon. That's all I got to say.
We are. Well, you and your fam are going to come over.
Yeah, that'd be great. We'd love to have dinner. All right, visit me, bigbedlistingday.com, all that great stuff.
That's right.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you again, Brian.
Yeah, you're very welcome, man.
See ya.
Later.